So what is your funniest memory that you have on your trips?
Well, yeah, a funny memory would be something which I still remember many years back, much younger then, and more youthful, wanting to try things out. So I remember this distinctly. I was on the top of Salzburg, on one of the peaks, and it was -9 degrees. But everyone has those bucket list. I can't say I'm not one of them just because I am a part of travel curations myself. So I also had that little, boy dream. I will stand on top of this mountain and I will have this photograph, okay, and post it or share it. And what I did is, it was -9. I took off my hat, I took off my gloves, I have this phone in my hand, which I hand over to a stranger, and I just go and tell him, firstly, that guy is looking weirdly. It's -9. Everything is freezing. Why are you taking your clothes off right now? What are you doing? So, but that is one, that picture I got. After convincing, he said, okay, quick, 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 you will freeze. And I got it. And I still now look back at it. I think it's one of the very funny travel things which I did myself. Okay, but there are funny things which happened when I was traveling. I had this group of friends. We are traveling, and we are somewhere in Scandinavia, and one of them is forgotten the passport,
Oh,
and we are already in a different city, and they've forgotten it in the previous city. And I'm like, of all things, people will laugh. They'll say you're traveling with us, and you've only not carried your passport from one city to the other. And then it was a little bit of an ordeal, but yeah, it was fun, I would say. Or this one time when this friend of mine, we've reached the mountains, and from the city where we were, the capital city in Europe, and we've reached the mountains, and she says, hey, sorry, but I have to tell you, I forgot my watch in the previous hotel. And I said, okay, no, it's very important, it's a Rolex. And I'm like, really? You forgot your Rolex in the hotel previously? That's more expensive than
then
our
the
trip,
trip.
than many of our trips. But and she was like, oh my God, I can't really miss it. I will be killed at home. I said, even I would be killed, if I forgot my Rolex back.
What about my next
And
trips?
we were lucky. Obviously, these hotels are pretty decent and honest, and we were lucky. But sometimes you aren't really. But when you aren't, people come back and tell you, you didn't try enough. But well, it's not really up to us. But yeah, it's a funny memory. And I think these are some things, when you look back at those pictures, you still laugh, how we were and where we have come. But it's still something which brings me joy if I just think about it now also.
Yep. And anything from your clients on your trips?
Uh, from clients, yeah, I mean, I don't want to name anyone, but I will tell you a few things which were genuinely. Uh, so in New Zealand, when you do a self drive, or wherever, any part of the world, when you do a self drive, once you finish your journey, you're supposed to top up the fuel to the full, and then leave the car at the airport or whichever train station, wherever you are exiting from. And this client of ours, okay, was on a self-drive trip for completed very nicely. 8 days are done. On the 8th day, frantically calling up, our team and saying, my car is not starting, my car is not. What happened? You've been using it all these days, and what? No, I just filled up the fuel and everything, and it's not starting. And you won't even imagine. He's been using the car, he's been doing the fuel filling, but of course gases are different in different countries, right? And instead of filling petrol, he filled diesel in the entire tank.
Wow.
And after that, he's telling, अब ये मेरे से 30,000 रुपया मांग रहे. I'm like, dude, you just wrecked their car, you know. He has to clean up the entire tank. I mean, let's just be happy it's a small damage. And then, you know, of course, there's insurance and things like that, which you claim later on. But yeah, it's like funny, right? You start thinking, and your team is also saying, see, sir, what kind of a thought is this? You know, what are we supposed to answer? How can we change your car's fuel now?